Opo, ang nasa rules ninyo, witnesses lang po ang nag-o-oath. Wala po kayong rules sa resource persons. We have not done anything wrong. This exercise is a well-funded and coordinated political attack from the very words of the privileged speech that prompted this inquiry. A speech that simply meant to say, do not vote for Sara on 2028. It is clear to me that this inquiry is not about misused funds, accountability, or governance. Instead, it is solely aimed at discrediting my name and my office to prevent future political contests. We again leave the 2025 OVP budget to the pleasure of Congressman Martin Romualdez. There is no disrespect. All I am saying is that you have the complete freedom to do whatever you wish with the OVP budget.
Pero una sa lahat, kung ang tradisyon ay bumabangga sa interes ng mga mamayan, sa interes ng publiko, at accountability ng mga public officials, at saka pagiging transparent nung lahat ng ating mga ginagawa, lalong-lalo na po sa kaperahan o lalong-lalo po sa budget or whatever, pinagkatiwala po ng taong bayan sa atin, ay kailangan po yun yung nauuna. Dahil hindi naman po nag-oath yung Vice President, Mr. Chair, ang akin na lang mga tanong ay tatanong ko na lang po sa DBM at saka sa COA. Okay, so inaasahan natin no, na magsasabi kayo ng totoo. Okay, so inaasahan natin no, na magsasabi kayo ng totoo. Okay, so inaasahan natin no, na magsasabi kayo ng totoo.
Is there anybody who is questioning the power of the purse of Congress? Is there anybody who is questioning the legislative function and oversight function of Congress? Then we are not supposed to overextend the discussion or any manifestation because nobody is questioning that. And I think nobody could question that. I am
You
not.
have been saying things for a while.
What?
You have been rebuking this committee.
You are saying that.
We're not blaming the Vice President on this.
I asked
Honorable
the
Marcolete,
question.
we
I asked
are
the
not
question.
blaming
the right to defend that.
1 minute suspension.
Yung posisyon ko, nagpa-practice sila kung ano yung kakagat sa impeachment. Kahit anong gawin nila, wala talaga kaming ginawang mali sa Office of the Vice President.
Opening po nung plenary debate, sinabi po ni Martin Romualdez, ni Speaker po, na hindi daw ito tolerate ng House ang hypocrisy and
Huwag daw magturo ng kamay
wag daw magturo ng kamay ng mga daliri kamay.
O yun yung ginagawa nila ngayon di ba? Nagtuturo sila ng daliri nila, ilang daliri yung nandyan sa loob ngayon na ginawa ko daw.
May I request the COMSEC to administer the oath of the invited guests and resource persons.
Thank you, Your Honor. To all the resource persons invited, kindly stand up and raise your right hand, please. Representatives and resource persons from the Office of the Vice President, COA, and DBM po. Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, the Honorable Vice
When you
President.
sent a letter to the Office of the Vice President, you attached a copy of the rules
Okay.
in aid of legislation.
Yes po.
Yes, sir. Nakalagay po doon na witnesses lang po ang ino-oath. Sabi niyo po ngayon sa amin, resource persons kami.
Ang ano po, considered as resource person po.
Ang ano po.
Kayo po.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Kaya nga po.
Yes po. Lahat po ino-oath po.
Yes.
Apo.
Nakalagay po sa rules ninyo, witnesses. Nakalagay po dito ngayon sa table, resource persons.
Lahat po considered as resource person and witness. Lahat po naman kayo, lahat resource person pa eh. Wala pa naman po tayong tinatawag na, lahat po considered as with resource person pa lang po.
Right. Opo. Ang nasa rules ninyo, witnesses lang po ang nag-o-oath. Wala po kayong rules sa resource persons.
Ma'am, ano lang po yun eh. Yung term lang po yun eh. Pero considered as a resource person din po kayo eh.
Yes, sir.
Opo.
Resource persons nga po
Kayo
nakalagay
witness
dito.
din po at saka resource person po.
Hindi niyo po sinabi na witness ako. Sinabi niyo po dito ngayon, resource persons. Ang nakalagay po sa rules ninyo, witness.
Comsec, ano po yung pinadala po ninyo?
Yun pong rules in aid of legislation.
Session resumes.
Mr. Chair, may I speak?
You will be given the opportunity later,
Okay.
Madam Vice President.
Hindi, wow.
If the Vice President refuse to take her oath, we will respect that.
Ano ang sa inyo? Natamimi kayo, ano?
We have not done anything wrong. There is no misuse of funds. If there are audit findings, we shall gladly respond to them before the Commission on Audit. And if there are legitimate cases to be filed, then we shall gladly respond to them before the appropriate courts. In relation to this, may I just say that I take notice of the opening speeches and nasabi doon, there is a determination of misfeasance, nonfeasance, and malfeasance. And those are cases that should properly be taken in the courts of law. What we are witnessing now is no ordinary legislative inquiry. This exercise is a well-funded and coordinated political attack. This much is evident from the very words of the privileged speech that prompted this inquiry. A speech that simply meant to say, do not vote for Sara on 2028. It is clear to me that this inquiry is not about misused funds, accountability, or governance. Instead, it is solely aimed at discrediting my name and my office to prevent future political contests. I have publicly stated my reasons as to why I've chosen not to defend the OVP's budget proposal for 2025. I have narrated the issues I encountered in previous years, which can easily be confirmed by looking at the NEP, the GAB, and the GAA for fiscal years 2023 and 2024. Further, I have even shared the drama that transpired last year regarding the confidential funds. Hence, just as we have done last year, we again leave the 2025 OVP budget to the pleasure of Congressman Martin Romualdez. I am not asking for any special treatment, nor am I asking you to uphold any tradition. There is no disrespect. All I am saying is that you have the complete freedom to do whatever you wish with the OVP budget. If you feel that all the documentary submissions are not enough, then by all means, huwag kayo magbigay ng budget. Sa totoo lang, hindi naman ang budget ang punteriya ninyo. Dahil napakadali naman magtanggal ng budget. What you are trying to do is make a case for impeachment. Hindi naman ako kakandidato sa nalalapit na eleksyon. hindi ako namumulitika. Ang ginagawa ko lamang ay ang pagtupad sa aking oath of office at campaign platforms na trabaho, edukasyon, at mapayapang pamumuhay. Sinabi ko na noon at ilang beses ko nang inulit na hindi ako ang problema ng bayan na ito. Ang totoong problema ng bayan ay kagutuman, kahirapan, iligal na droga, kriminalidad, terorismo, hindi na sapat na healthcare, kalidad ng edukasyon, kawalan ng plano ng infrastruktura para sa disasters, at marami pang iba. So, you may try to destroy me, you can skin me alive, and throw my ashes to the wind. But let it be known, you will find me unbowed. I will continue to serve the Filipino people no matter the personal cost or political intrigue. Having said that, I will not allow myself to be subjected to an inquiry based on an empty privilege speech just so you can attack me and do indirectly what you failed to do directly during the budget hearings. I therefore request this committee to terminate this inquiry for its clear lack of any proposed legislation or substantive matter for discussion. Shukran.
Papasalamat po ako sa committee na ito po na pinamumunuan po ninyo dahil in-schedule agad natin yung naging privilege speech ni Representative Valeriano. Ang tradisyon ay tradisyon.
Hindi, wow.
Pero una sa lahat, kung ang tradisyon ay bumabangga sa interes ng mga mamayan, sa interes ng publiko, at accountability ng mga public officials, at saka pagiging transparent ng lahat ng ating mga ginagawa, lalong-lalo na po sa kaperahan o lalong-lalo po sa budget or whatever na pinagkatiwala po ng taong bayan sa atin, ay kailangan po yun yung nauuna.
Gago!
Etong gagawin, katapusan nitong hearing na ito, yung magsiset talaga na kung dapat o hindi dapat mabigyan ng confidential funds ang ating mga national government agency.
Gago!
At kung meron man, depende kung ano po yung magiging resulta ng inquiry na ito, ay mapahigpit natin, no? Yung kung meron man, kung magde-decide later on na may confidential funds pa rin, magde-decide pa rin na magiging mahigpit, no, yung paggamit ng confidential funds. Okay, so dahil hindi naman po nag-oath yung Vice President, Mr. Chair, ang akin na lang mga tanong ay tatanong ko na lang po sa DBM at saka sa COA. Okay, so inaasahan natin na magsasabi kayo ng totoo.
Is there anybody who is questioning the power of the purse of Congress? Is there anybody who is questioning the legislative function and oversight function of Congress? Is there? Because if there is none, then we are not supposed to overextend the discussion or any manifestation because nobody is questioning that. And I think nobody could question that. Even the privileged speech of the Honorable Valeriano. I think the proper question there, the proper title is not asserting the power of the purse. We should not assert it because that power is inherent in us. Asserting or not asserting that power is of no moment. Yun po ay birthright. Yun po is inherent right of Congress. And let me make of record, the office of the Vice President, to my mind, did not undermine the power of the purse. When she personally came in the first hearing and presented herself, including the budget by way of a PowerPoint presentation, she made a presentation, Mr. Chair. And after that, she made a categorical statement that she said, I forgo, Madam Chair, I forgo my opportunity to defend the budget of the Office of the President by way of question and answer, and instead I leave it to the discretion of the House of Representatives on their decision to decide on the proposal as presented. This is a very respectful answer. Mr. Chair, I did not find any offensive remark in that particular statement. She gave the entire House of Representatives the entire discretion, the entire right to decide on the proposal she presented before us. Why would we blame her for saying that she disrespected Congress? Hindi po final judgment ang notice of disallowance. As a matter of fact, based on COA's own representation the other day, the Vice President received the notice of disallowance only on August 24, 2024, which means, Mr. Chair, the Vice President has 6 months within which to reply and make an answer. That is correct, Madam COA. As a matter of fact, as I have already initiated earlier, Mr. Chair, when you said that anything we can discuss in this committee provided it is of public interest, and you said that intelligence funds and confidential funds are public interest. But I said, because of our own rules, we should make a prior and preliminary determination that is directly and principally connected to malfeasance, misfeasance, or nonfeasance. We have not made that determination. How can we now begin questioning whether or not the intelligence funds covered by an initial notice of disallowance is already directly and principally connected with nonfeasance or misfeasance or malfeasance? Is the question, Mr. Chair?
Are you rebuking this committee?
Why am I supposed to rebuke the committee? I am
You
not.
have been saying things for a while.
What?
You have been rebuking this committee.
You are saying that.
We're not blaming the Vice President on this.
I asked
Honorable
the
Marcolete,
question.
we
I asked
are
the
not
question.
blaming
You do not have the right to
suspend.
determine that.
1 minute suspension is declared by the chair.
Move to suspend.
Inyo at sa inyong opisina.
Yes, nabanggit ko kanina sa statement ko no na kapareho lang ito nung nangyari noong nakaraang taon. Nung nakaraang taon nagdrama ay confidential funds. Ngayon naman ngayong taon naman ito na namang sa Committee on Good Governance.
Ma'am, you did not take an oath during your intro kanina.
Yes, rightly so. Kasi nagpadala sila ng rules at pinag-aralan ko yung rules nila. Nakalagay doon sa rules nila na witnesses lang yung mag-o-oath. Paulit-ulit na sinabi kanina na resource person ako. So sabi ko, bakit naman ako mag-o-oath na resource person ang sinabi sa akin? Malaki po ang pinagkaiba ng witness saka resource person.
Ma'am, may nabanggit kayo yung impeachment.
Sabi niya ma'am, prelude na to sa
Oh, yeah. Very obvious. Very obvious yung kanilang ginagawa na nagpa-practice sila o anong gagawin nila para sa impeachment.
Efforts will prosper po.
Hindi ko masabi yan. Hindi ko masabi yan na kung mag-prosper or hindi. Pag nandyan na, sasagutin natin, then iwan na natin sa Congress.
Ma'am, kung hindi po ba kayo sa mga binanggit sa privilege speech, yung gagawin nilang basihan for the, sabi ninyo ay impeachment possible, ano po yung magiging tugon po ninyo doon sa mga nabanggit?
Antayin natin yung articles of impeachment. Doon tayo magbabase kung ano yung isasagot natin dahil hindi naman natin alam kung ano talaga yung final na isusulat nila. Nagte-testing sila ngayon kung ano yung gagawin nila.
But how do you say ma'am na testing po ito for impeachment?
Oo.
Paano niyo po nasabi?
Kasi nagsabi na siya kanina, diba? Determination of malfeasance, nonfeasance, misfeasance. So, ibig sabihin, merong merong ginawang mali.
Opening po nung plenary debate, sinabi po ni Martin Romualdez, ni speaker po, na hindi daw ito tolerate ng House ang hypocrisy and
Huwag daw magturo ng kamay
wag daw magturo ng kamay, ng mga daliri, kamay.
O yan yung ginagawa nila ngayon di ba? Nagtuturo sila ng daliri nila, ilang daliri yung nandyan sa loob ngayon na ginawa ko daw.
Ang nasabi pala ni speaker is yung hindi daw rin ito tolerate ang hypocrisy and evasion. Ano pong reaction nyo doon? Pero wala naman po siya pinangalanan.
Malamang ako yon dahil tinatanong ninyo ako ngayon about sa kanyang speech at sinasabi ko yung posisyon ko, nagpa-practice sila kung ano yung kakagat sa impeachment. Kahit anong gawin nila, wala talaga kaming ginawang mali sa Office of the Vice President. Yan ang rason kung bakit ayaw pumunta ng mga tiga-Office of the Vice President at sinabi nilang ako na lang yung ipapadala nila.